American Football Institute Sports Channel with former National Football League defensive tackle and now an NFL consultant, Chris Mamalanga.
Welcome to the American Football Institute. I am your host this evening, and this is our weekly show that we invite guests to from players at all levels, especially high school and in university level and college. And this week, I'm super excited to have someone near and dear to my heart who's not only a great football player, but an even greater person. And that's none other than Mr. Toia. Jay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, Chris?
Hey, thanks for making it on tonight. I know you guys are currently in spring ball. Are you guys still going on with spring ball at UCLA?
Yeah, we have about, after this week, we have 2 more weeks left.
Oh, nice. Nice. And how's spring ball been going for you?
Spring ball's going pretty good. Just practices in the morning and then classes in the afternoon.
Right. How's everything going with, I know there's some transition with your defensive coordinator and even your D-line coach. How's that coming along so far?
It's coming good. We just finished our install for our new defense, and I think it's going to be really good for us and our team this year. Nice.
Are you guys going to be doing some a lot more attacking with blitzing and things like that, or is it going to be a 3-man front, 4-man front? Is that something you're comfortable sharing?
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of both, where in pass rush, like end of game pass rush situations where we have a 3-man down, but for the most part, we run a 4-down defense.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to it. You guys had a good year last year. Ended up with the bowl game that unfortunately with COVID was postponed, right, or canceled, right?
Yeah.
But you have another shot. The great thing about it is you have another shot to do it all over again this year, and looking forward to seeing you guys continue to grind and do your thing.
Yep.
So listen, Jay, do we typically have a few questions for you? We'll run through those questions and we'll get started right now.
Okay.
All right. Can you share with us, Jay, a little bit about your family background, where you grew up, and a little bit about your family upbringing? And don't be afraid to say your parents' name and your siblings who are also participating in sports and education.
Yeah, my parents are from Tonga. I have 5 other siblings. Most of us were raised in Tonga and then came here to America. Yeah, I grew up in Toia, and then I came to the States when I was like 8, and I've been here ever since. Me, my parents, and my little brother, we grew up in Inglewood, California. So yeah.
Nice. And you have a younger brother. How old is he? What's his name?
My little brother's 13. His name is George.
So he's still in middle school.
Yeah, he's going into 8th grade.
I saw some of his clips. I don't know. When I see his 8th grade clips and compare him to what you did in 8th grade, I definitely see he might be the one.
Yeah, he for sure is. Way better than me when I was at his age.
Well, you're leading by example, and that's great. And you also have another brother who's playing Division I football. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, I have a brother at San Jose State. His name is Soane. We play at the same position. He's a D tackle as well.
Nice. And then you also have a brother playing pro rugby. Is that right?
Yeah, he's playing rugby in New Zealand. He's the oldest boy.
Nice. And then, of course, your sister graduated from university in Japan.
Yeah, she's the oldest out of all of us.
So one girl and the rest are boys.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And how about your parents? Are they how are they doing? Are they here still here with you and your little brother, right?
Yeah, my parents are good. They're here in the States. They're currently in Fontana with my little brother.
Nice. And what's your parents' names?
My mom's name is Fe'ofaaki Toia, and my dad's name is Viliami.
Good stuff. Well, thank you for sharing that information, Jay, and we'll go on to our next question.
Yep.
Who or what were your influences to play American football, and what made you decide that you even wanted to play?
When I first came, I didn't really know what football was, so I started playing rugby. I think that was my first sport before I played football. Um, I don't know. And usually when rugby season's over, there was really nothing to do. So my dad just, I don't know. I guess it wasn't an influence to play. I was kind of forced to play at first because it was just something to do.
You got voluntold.
Yeah. And yeah, just slowly started to learn to love the game.
Nice. So, what age did you start playing
I started playing football when I was
American
10.
football? Oh,
Yeah,
when
I
you were
started
10.
10.
And what positions did you play?
I played O-line and D-line, and I played some fullback.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to share more of your story because I know you have a lot of greatness that I've witnessed inside you, and not only that, but I think from American Football Institute standpoint, you're the first 4 or 5 star rated recruit that we've had on this show so far. So appreciate you being transparent and sharing a little bit about your family. We'll go on to the next question. What were your preparations to qualify for a football scholarship here in the U.S.? Like, what did it take for you to qualify?
It definitely took a lot, and I know it's different for some schools, where some schools require like a higher GPA than others, and I guess just a set of football skills. But what it took for me was definitely to do good in school, because without doing good in school, I don't think you would get a scholarship unless you're playing like Reggie Bush or something like that. But yeah, and I guess just listening to coaches, being able to be coachable, and yeah.
All right, and you had a pretty good coach in high school. Can you talk a little bit about him?
Yeah, my head coach in high school was Coach Coach Henderson. Yeah, I think he was a once in a lifetime coach. He was a great guy.
You know, the thing I liked about learning a lot about the system that Coach Josh Henderson ran was it took a lot of hard work. There was a lot of brotherhood involved, a lot of teamwork, and you guys not only did you guys win state championships, but you guys actually built up some great character. Can you tell me what it was like transitioning? Because initially you signed with USC out of high school,
Yeah.
but just now you're at UCLA for the last year. Can you kind of share with us, coming from a program that actually prepared you, how the training was and what the difference was?
I guess just the difference between coming from a program where I played at in high school was just like practice for longer times, because in high school we're only allowed like a few hours a day, I guess. Um, it was definitely hard in high school from a physical aspect, uh, just like it is here in college. But I would say in comparison, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't an easy transition where you came here and just got destroyed by the workouts. It wasn't nothing like that, because Coach Henderson prepared us for all of that as well. So yeah, it was an okay transition.
And what would you say to young players out there looking to go to college, what to expect when you do finally leave high school and go to college?
Yeah, I would say, especially for players that are 4 or 5 stars, um, that you won't be how you were in high school. You won't be treated like you were in high school. You're at the bottom of the food chain when you come right into college, in comparison to high school where you were the top dog. It's all like starting all over, having a fresh new start over here in college. No one knows who you are. You got to prove yourself all over again. So yeah.
And so far this spring, how is that working out for you as far as proving yourself and showing what you got?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, especially with our new staff, new D-line coach, new defensive coordinator, that there's definitely some more like impressing that I have to do, and just show them that I can be on the field, that I can start or do whatever for the team. So yeah.
So the expectations are pretty high.
Yeah, for sure. It always is.
And your new DC, can you tell me who that is? I want to say, is that Ken Norton Jr.?
No, he's our linebackers coach, but our new
Gotcha.
DC was a linebackers coach for the Bears, Coach Bill McGovern.
Got it. So you guys got a pretty good staff. You got
Yeah,
guys with NFL experience, Super Bowl experience, obviously.
yeah,
And I know Ken Norton Jr. is going to bring a great element at the linebacker position. You got Chad Kaha'a is now as your D-line coach, right? And he's been, he's kind of a technical guy. Is that a proper assessment?
yeah. He's definitely technical. I think he's a really great coach. Different from last year, I guess, technique wise, where we have to learn new stuff. But yeah, he's a good coach.
Nice. Good stuff. We'll go on to our next question, Jay. So if you had to sum up your journey, how did you earn?
I would say, I guess
Like
all
what?
of our scholars, all of my scholarships in general. My first one was Utah, my freshman year, and it was just like totally out of nowhere. I had no idea anything was coming my way just yet. Yeah, but definitely a lot of hard work, a lot of overtime. Definitely school, school too. School plays a very important part, especially to come here to UCLA. UCLA is the #1 public school in the country, so definitely school is a big part of it.
Sorry, 1 second, Jay. Just trying to get this this mic fixed here. Sorry, Jay, if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. We'll go on to our next question, Jay.
Yep.
So how did you maintain a balance between your practices in the field and your academics and also your social life? Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the last one. As far as the social life, um, I guess your social life would be here in college would be just with your teammates. I guess not really a lot of outside social life where you have the time to have friends outside of school, but people do make it happen. But personally, for me, um, I just don't have the time for social life outside of the football team, I would say. And as far as football and school, I don't, I really don't know how I maintain a balance. It's really hard. Um, but we do have practice in the morning. We start practice at around 8:45, which is good, and we end around 11:30 to 12, and then from 12 to 5 we have 12 to 5 we have classes. So I guess the schedule kind of like balances it out for us. But as far as practice and homework and schoolwork, yeah, it's just a lot of handle. Yeah, I would say, don't get me wrong, people do have time for some people would have time for a social life outside of the football team and like friends you already have. But personally, I think it's really hard to do that when you have football and school, which takes up most of your day. Because for us, we have right after classes and like time to do homework and stuff for academics, we have a walkthrough, which is like from 5 to 6, which pretty much takes up the whole day. So yeah.
Yeah, I apologize that Jay had a little technical difficulty there.
Yeah, it's all good.
But but yeah, man. I mean, to be able to balance your schedule and to be able to squeeze in your personal life, your social life, as well as academics, of course, is definitely a challenge. So
Yeah.
we'll go on to our next question, Jay. How did American Football Institute help you to pursue your dream of playing football here in the U.S.?
I would say the Football Institute really played a big part in why I am here today. Just because Chris, which is the host, is my uncle. He's my dad's first cousin. So I pretty much known him my whole life. He's really supported me my whole life and throughout my whole football career. So it really helped me out a lot, just from him taking me to train. Even when I didn't want to train, he would call me and tell us to meet up, me and my brother and my cousin Stanley, which is at SC, to come train at the park. And yeah, just over the course of my life, Chris has always supported me and my family throughout my journey. So yeah, the American Football Institute has been a really big help.
Well, I appreciate that, Jay, and yeah, I know we definitely have some ties with pops and with your grandmother and my mother, as well as being sisters. But to me, it just warms my heart because not all of our relatives really embrace American football like you have and like I did in my past. So I'm very appreciative that you not only took some of the advice, but you also improved upon it and put your own made a name for yourself
Yeah.
in your journey, which is pretty. It was pretty cool to witness. We'll go on to our next question, Jay. This is probably my favorite question, Jay, of whenever we talk to coaches or players. And for you, going into your next season or your second season at a Power Five institution, and also beating your rival, USC. I know you started with SC as your dream school, and now that you're at the crosstown rival, I know it's just motivated you even more. But could you please share with any prospective students, like your brother's age, or even kids even already in high school, um, give them 3 tips or advice for any of those guys who want to succeed in playing American football?
Yeah. I don't think all three of my or all big three advices for would all be about football, but for one, which is one of the most important ones, is school. Um, Definitely do good in school because without school, you won't earn a scholarship no matter how good you are. Um, so first and foremost, you got to do good in the classroom, get good grades. I would say my second one, especially for younger kids that grew up in the hood just like I did, um, to stay out of trouble. I would say, because if I know there's a lot of kids like me where their family members are involved in the street life. I would just say if you want to play football, then that's not for you. Just follow your dream of playing football. You can't. There's no doing both. Just stay out of trouble. Do good in school. And I'd say for the last one, because it relates to me, is just play as hard as you can, no matter what your size is. Because I know my older brother is a little undersized, and everyone was overlooking him. And I was being heavily recruited, but he was being slept on. Where like I knew and everybody else knew that he was better than me and deserved better offers. That if you are like one of those types where you're a little undersized, that you got to play like 3 times better. You got to stand out 10 times more. So, yeah.
Right on. Well, some great advice for the youngsters out there to give their maximum effort, especially for the undersized, to especially here in the U.S., academics, there's so many cliches with academics in the U.S., but one of my favorite is class before grass. And that's one I heard from my friends in Maui, Mr. Joe Cosner over there in Maui, whose son is actually here through AFI as well on the high school level. But basically, taking care of your grades, football is a small part of our journey. It's a really fun part, but being able to think and to problem solve, and also to start and finish your education at the college level is something very important. And of course, production on the field, as you said, is very important. So thank you so much, Jay. Any closing words for the audience as far as, football and life and anything else you want to share with Faith, anything that you want to make sure people know about Jay Toia and your journey and kind of what your expectations are for yourself moving forward?
Yeah, I definitely just want to say that I wouldn't be where I am without God. Uh, God definitely blessed me with the abilities to play football and gave me every opportunity to succeed. Um, and I just hope I continue to stay in his path and use all the tools that he gave me. I also want to thank Chris for inviting me onto the show.
Well, Jay, I wish you the best of luck the rest of the spring practices the next couple of weeks. I know your crosstown rivals have, got a new coach as well,
Yeah.
and they're making some moves as well. But looking forward to not only the season, but also for that game, and I believe it's going to be in November,
Yeah, for
if I'm
sure.
not mistaken. But truly appreciate you, Jay. Continue to work hard. Continue to handle. And I didn't ask you, but what are you studying? What is your major there that you're thinking about pursuing once you're done with your general ed classes?
Yeah, I'm pursuing civil engineering. That's what I like
Mm.
to major in. So yeah,
So you're gonna be building some stuff, huh?
yeah.
Right on. Why'd you pick that major, by the way?
I picked civil engineering because growing up, my dad worked construction, and I used to go to work with him a lot. And just being there with him, with like in between breaks, he would bring up like me getting into civil engineering, just joking about all that stuff. And then the older I got, I just seen that maybe that's not that's a really good major. That's something that I could do if I don't make it to the league or even after the league. So yeah, my dad really inspired me to do this major.
Right on. Well, again, thank you again, Jay, and look forward to your continued success. Keep doing your thing, and I'll be watching you on TV this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chris.
All right, take care, brother. Off out.